Welcome back to my channel, where today we dive into the life of the great Arab historian and philosopher, Ibn Khaldun. Born in Tunis in 1332. In this video, we'll explore his life, works and legacy. Ibn Khaldun was a famous Islamic historian, jurist, philosopher and politician. His full name was Abu Zayd Abdul Rahman bin Muhammad bin Khaldun. He was born in Tunis, and after finishing his education he was appointed as the minister of Sultan Abu Anan of Tunis, but fed up with court intrigues, he went to the ruler of Granada. If this did not work out, he came to Egypt and was appointed to teach at Al-Azhar University. In Egypt, he was entrusted with the position of judiciary of Fiqh Maliki. He died in the same condition. Ibn Khaldun is considered the founder of history and sociology. He wrote a history of the Spanish Arabs called Al-Abar, which was published in 2 volumes. His greatest work is Al-Makadam fi al-Tariq, which is popularly known as Ibn Khaldun's case. This case is a treasure of history, politics, sociology, economics, and literature. Ibn Khaldun's family first came from the Arabian Peninsula and settled in Andalusia. Then came to Tunis from there, and Ibn Khaldun was born in 732 Hijri 1332 CE. He excelled in Quran, Hadith, Fiqh, philosophy, literature and history at an early age. He got great fame in knowledge and grace. The king of Tulmasan respected him greatly and appointed him as his scribe. Then for some reason he got so angry that he put them in jail. 4 years later, the king died, and in 764 AH, Ibn Khaldun left there and came to Granada. Ibn Khaldun wanted to live in Granada for the rest of his life, but later he moved to Tilmasan, and in one of its nearby forts, he began writing his history and his famous book Makdama. After living in Tunisia for 4 years, Ibn Khaldun arrived in Cairo via Alexandria and was engaged in teaching Islamic studies at the world-famous Islamic University Jamia al-Azhar. The fame of his knowledge brought him to the court of the Sultan of Egypt. In 786 AH, Sultan Saifuddin Barkak appointed him as the Qazi of Fiqh Malikiya. Because of his justice and expertise in law, the sultans and scholars all became loyal to him. Meanwhile, his family and friends were coming to Egypt by sea from Tunisia, and Ibn Khaldun did not want to meet him after many years. Had was happy that the ship sank due to a storm in the sea. Ibn Khaldun must have been traumatized by this accident, of course, but he did not lose heart and continued to work day and night. In 789 AH, he went to Hijaz and performed Hajj and returned to Cairo, completed his great work Tariq Ibn Khaldun and submitted it to the service of Sultan Abd al-Aziz and received great rewards and donations. Gave him the post of ambassador and sent him to the Syrian city of Damascus, where he met Emir Timur when Timur was besieging Damascus. Ibn Khaldun remained in the besieged city for 7 weeks, having to scale down the city walls to negotiate with Timur. A historic series of meetings ensued in Timur's camp, which he recounts in detail in his autobiography. Timur questioned him in detail about the conditions in the western lands. At Timur's request, Ibn Khaldun also wrote a long commentary on it. As soon as he understood Timur's intentions, he compiled an equally extensive report on Tatar history, and then, on his safe return to Egypt, sent a description of Timur to the rulers of the Merini kingdom of Fars. Ibn Khaldun worked as a teacher and judge in Cairo for the next 5 years, completing his autobiography and his world history. The people of Andalus and Tunisia were very proud of him, and they wanted Ibn Khaldun to stay in their homeland, but the soil of Egypt was such that he died there at the end of 808 AH 1406 AH.